Hey guys, would you like to feel my pain, share my struggles, endure what I have endured lately? I have been struggling lately. And not playing this thing. This is my platoon mate who's playing the real tank. I'm playing this one, the setter. That's right. I finished. I'm done. I'm done with the setter. I figured it out. Have you guys ever played a tank in the game that has, you know, the one that you feel the most hopeless in, the most pathetic, the most inept, that you feel like you can't ever help your team do anything? Helpless? As if like you're a detriment to the game and the team on your side? This is the one. This is the first vehicle that I felt like that in. I'm going to share my pain with you. Okay? I'm gonna share it with I have played this thing because I said to you guys I was gonna grind down the British light line, and I'm a man of my word. Oh boy, what a mistake. but I have to admit, I've grown fond of the little turd. The little turd that could. Somehow, throughout my struggles and my pain and enduring this madness that is the British light line, I've grown to like this little tiny turd. Because even though you feel completely helpless, there is a satisfaction in actually having a decent game when you're in a turd. You know, when you have a decent game and you're in a really good tank. I just bounced the Russian light tank, by the way, with premium ammo. And now, all hell's breaking loose. This is the kind of stuff that happens. Look at this. When you actually have a good result in a little turd like this, you feel somehow satisfied. Let's enjoy. And yes, I did figure it out. And I'm on the next little turd. This is the tier 7 turd. I'm on the tier 8 turd now. Oh boy, I'm surrounded. Luckily, I've decided to platoon. When I'm playing turds, I like to platoon. And I have a platoon mate watching my back there. It's Jeffy on that ridge line there. These guys have us pinned. Oh boy, I'm kind of surrounded here. I've got to get rid of this guy. Yeah, take him out. And I'm stunned again. I don't know what to do here. I'm kind of stuck behind this knoll. There's a couple of guys that have moved up aggressively. There's a guy over here. I'm stunned. There's a guy behind me. There's a Russian tank right there. Snap! Enemy's hit! Oh boy. What do I... Just don't... No. There's another one. There's another one. Take him out. Boom! What? I'm in a little turd. Leave me alone. Go pick on someone else. What the hell is going on? Well, these things happen sometimes. And you just have to take a deep breath. And relax. And try your best. Snap! I'm out snapping a Russian tank. This is strange. This is strange. I'm lit. I am lit this whole time because there's a guy right there. So everyone knows I'm here. The artillery is shooting. The Russian tank is now stunned. Snap! Oh, stunned at all. He snapped me, but I snapped him back. What's going on? Where's the other guy? If he's not lit, then I'm not lit. Let me just poke up here. Where'd he go? He's dead? I don't know. How did I survive? Oh no! Snap! Penetration! I got my female crew in here. It's 7-7. Somehow I've survived. Somehow. Have you guys experienced this? Do you have a little turd? Do you have a little turd that every now and then you do okay and you've grown fond of the little turd? This is my little turd. Oh boy. Oh boy. If you've been catching my stream lately, you've endured this with me day after day after day of playing the SETA. But we've managed to unlock the tier 8. But some of these games have been so intense. And despite what you've witnessed, you know, it seems like I've done a lot of work and just escaped just barely with my life. You know, I'm going to do I take a blind shot here? Yes. And am I lit? This is a strategy, right? Yes, I'm lit. So I know someone's there. So I can't rush across the field. You take the shot, you back up, you see if you're lit. But I was just going to say, okay, 3 kills. Oh, he was going after my platoon mate, but I saved him. Okay, 4 kills. Hanging on for dear life. Excitement's galore. Look at the damage total. Like I've got barely any. It's under 1,000. Artillery's still shooting at me. And this is what I found with this thing. You work so hard. You have to, like, endure so much, struggle, and try and be safe, and you can't expose yourself, and you can't go one-on-one, and your DPM is so low, and your alpha's so crap, and everything is so underwhelming. Another blind shot that I get spotted. I did. There's still someone there. All of this, you have to be so careful, and even though you shoot your gun, like it seems like you're shooting your gun the whole freaking game, then you look at the post-game stats and you say, oh, I did 842 damage. Well, I thought I shot my gun 28 times. And you did. You did shoot your gun 28 times, and that's what you get in the little turd. You know, you shoot your gun 28 times and you get 843 damage. Right? Or there's that guy that's been spotted. Now it's my turn to shine. You're too slow. Oh, you're dead. I'm just barely over 1,000 damage. I should just play my Russian tier 8. What is that thing? The Object 703 version 2. I can just hold the mouse button for 3 seconds, and I can roll for 900 in one double tap. Papadanya! You know, or I can shoot my gun 29 times, and I'm up to 1,000 damage. That's how this tank works. That's how the British like, at least tier 7. And yes, I have started the tier 8. At the time of making this video, I'm on the tier 8, and it's the same. You just struggle and work so hard. Look at that. All of that. There's my platoon mate, Jeffy. We won, buddy! You know, it's a second class, so people are doing well in this tank. Right? Not a lot of damage, only 1,000. Not much, right? 1,185. And 741 spotting, because I was pinned down there. Look at these two light tanks. They're both better. And you get the same matchmaking. So this is what you get. You have to work so freaking hard. Let me know in the comments what your little turd is. Everyone has a little turd. Well, some people have big turds, but everyone's got to have one of these in the game, I think, where that one tank that's so difficult that you work so hard and it's so underwhelming, but yet when you get those results, when you get a good result in a little tank like this, it's because you've had to work so hard, right? I've played some games in some really powerful big tanks where you roll out, you got 5,000 damage, and it seems like, oh, that was easy. I just, snapped him, lit him on fire, kept him permatracked. I've got 400 alpha, and it adds up, and you have those big results, right? But in this thing, I've come up here, I've spotted some people, I've taken a couple of shots, I don't get any credit for the spotting assist, maybe just a little bit there, and I've got 200 damage. I've exposed my tank. I'm almost dead. Do you know what I'm saying? Like this thing, if you ever get up to 2,000 damage, it's because you've worked so hard. So you have this little special spot. This sort of a love-hate relationship with the turd. The little turd that could. Because when the little turd performs, it means you've worked so hard, so it's like satisfying. That's the strangeness. That's the weirdness of it all. It's so bad and so underwhelming that when you do have a good game, you feel like you've earned it. Now watch this. Yeah, we just dinged them. Of course we just dinged them. We're just gonna ding them again. Bleep. Oh, we have to press 2 to be a better player in this. That's the other thing about the little turd. It costs a lot, because you got to do that. You have to press 2, or you'll just ding them over and over and over and over. Who wants to just ding them when you could pen them? Right? If you press 1, you ding. If you press 2, you pen. That's how it works. But it costs a lot of credits to press 2. So you got to buy a premium tank if you want to play the little turd. Which one are you going to buy? The setter? Did you know that this thing, the regular ammo, has... The setter is tier 8, and I think the penetration on the setter gun is worse. The tier 8 light tank, the British light, the tier 8, the regular ammo gets 236 pen, and I think the premium ammo gets, I'm not sure, 254 or something like that. That's on the tier 8, not this one. The regular one, the one you can grind. And then for some reason, the setter, which is the tier 8 premium, brought out a huge fanfare. All the for the British aficionados and all the people in the UK that deserve because the high player base in the UK, why not release a tank for those You know, those devoted players. The setter, tier 8 British light tank, the regular pen is like 189. The regular tech tree regular pen is 226. The premium ammo on the setter is regular pen is 220. If the premium ammo pen on the setter is worse than the regular ammo pen on the regular tier 8. Like, why don't they just call it, you know, the fuck you adder, the shedder, I don't understand. Yet they sell like hotcakes. Or maybe in the UK they would be called flatjacks, or what do you call them? You don't call them hotcakes. Pancakes? What do you call? Do you even eat that shit over there? I don't know. I'm drinking coffee as I do this, guys. We haven't had a good slurp lately. But look at this game. This is the... I figured it out, though. I figured out how to play this. If you are... I mean, if you have mental problems like me and you've decided to go down the British light line... I have mental problems, I admit. I accuse you guys and some players I have been in the same game with of having mental problems. But, you know, it takes one to know one. I can't hit shit. I can't hit him. Are you kidding? Watch. Oh, who is that? Boop. What was that? What was I going to say? I forgot. Oh, yeah. Yeah, for those of you who are contemplating it, because no, by now, the gig's up, right? Like, everyone knows. The British light line is shit. Everyone knows that. At least everyone agrees. Even the popular people say the British light line is terrible. We're all in agreement. But if you decide to play it, it is like for players that... good players, and I'm not saying I'm a good player, but for players that know what they're doing and want a challenge, this is it. This is the line for you. But if you're going to do it, here's just a little bit of advice. This is what I learned. Number one is you're not a light tank. You don't expose your tank or get your tank spotted or do anything in your tank for anyone other than yourself. You don't worry about your teammates. You don't spot for them. You don't go help them. You don't endanger your tank at all ever for the sake of your team. You don't, because as soon as the enemies see, oh look, it's one of those British lights, whoever they're fighting, they'll just stop and they'll kill you in 2 shots. Okay? Your teammate's out there, he's in trouble, you're going to go, I'll come and help you, and you rush out there, you're going to circle someone in your little light tank and help them. Ooh, that enemy will stop fighting your teammate. He will point his gun at you, auto-lock, because he doesn't have to aim for it, shoot, you'll go on fire, your commander will die, you'll lose your mobility, he'll take 2 shots, whoever it is, in tier 8 that you're facing with this thing, and you'll be dead in 2 shots. And then he'll go back to fighting your teammate. That's what happens. So under no circumstances do you ever get spotted, or do you ever go expose yourself to help anyone on your team. You just don't. You're a support tank. You have some speed. You don't have very much mobility. You don't turn very well. But you have at least some straight line speed, so you can move around the map and show up in unsuspected places and use your fairly accurate gun that plinks away slowly at them, and annoyingly, from stealth. You're a mobile support vehicle. That's what you are. You're not a spotting tank. You're not an active spotter. You can passively spot sometimes. You can get yourself in a good bush. Oh, that guy. Yeah, got him. That's satisfying. Yeah. You can get to some bushes. That's why I have the binocs, because you can't active spot in this. Every now and then you can make it to a bush, stop. That's the safest thing to do in this tank, is just stop and hide. That's the and then your binocs engage, and you can have some games where you do a lot of spotting passively. Or you can keep moving around to try and show up in places where you can surprise the enemy and blink, 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 take your little shots. Now, hopefully it gets better. When you get to tier 10, I think, and you get the shit core, I mean the manticore, you're basically the same, only you have a bigger gun. We'll see how that goes. But at tier 7, this is the little turd that could. Like, I've worked so hard. Look at this game. It seems like I've worked so hard, but I'm not even at 1,000 damage. Now look, I'm going to go fight a turtle. And I'm not... You're going to see what happens here. And it's not because I don't know how to play. It's because this thing, it just does not maneuver. Look, I tried to track. Now I'm tracked. And now he's bumped me. And the maneuverability on this thing, I'm trying to turn as fast as I can. This is as fast as I can circle someone. I'm having trouble circling a turtle. I really had trouble there getting behind the turtle. He surprised me because he was... I thought I would surprise him. He surprised me. But he's really slow. And I had trouble after being tracked, turning my hull and driving around him. It just... Can we possibly win this? I've driven all the way around the map. I've survived. I've hid. I've done all I could, slowly but surely. It feels like I've been fighting forever, and I'm looking at my damage total, and it's like it's not even 1,000, and that's the typical game in this. Can I try and win this game? There's 2 players left. Let's see. I gotta try and get a shot. I'm on the hill finally. Oh, they got that guy. I was gonna go shoot that guy. Can I at least? Can I kill the scorpion? It would be so good if I could kill the scorpion. Come on, come on, come on. The little turd that could. Now I figured it out. These are the 2 hard games. I'm gonna show you 2 more games. Maybe tomorrow, soon. Let's just shoot, please. Yes! To be continued. More little turd that could. Coming. But they're so hard, these games. Look at this. Second class. I got Oryx medal. You gotta work so hard. And then you look at the post-game stats and you got, what, 1,100 damage. And just you can get that with 2 shots in some tanks. And this is it. This is my little turd. That could. Leave it in the comments. Do you guys, what's your little turd? I know, I'm going to get some ridiculous comments, I know. But let me know. To be continued, guys.